the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
And now, day 4 of the cross-examination between the learned Attorney General Godfred Yabwadame and Afe, the third accused, Richard Jakpa. Now, ansa na ne yebeko court. Na yedi ni achiremu ewo the Financial and Economic Crime Division 2 of the Accra High Court. Na yako take proceedings from court. Yedemo ebefa an interesting roller coaster editorial. Ya a series of confessions made by Richard Jakpa ewo the last court sitting. Ya gradually these confessions tend to be sinking cases at forcing every now and then. And some who do ya Richard Jakpa can. Na ojitu mo court kakran e pia ono ankasa as the third accused and Dr. Keselato forcing the first accused 2J. What are these confessions? Stay tuned and listen to them. You'll be breaking them down to the minutest of your understanding. Now, at the last court sitting, confession number 1 has to do with the credibility of Richard Jakpa. Saying that Jakpa mudi under cross-examination, Okama Ghana for nyina to say, ye nyinwadi ewo the Ghana Army. Nemo he was reassigned to a different regiment. Emane beye marksman. According to Jakpa, Obeye one of the best marksmen in the army then. At the last court sitting, the Attorney General provided a confidential letter, a dismissal letter of Jakpa, dated on the 12th of September 2007. That title that's going to say, release from Ghana Army Service for unsatisfactory conduct. Just say, ye wadi, Eddie free Ghana, ye in soja kuonimu, esane se usubaine woni ye, and se emfata. Kratai a serious dent to the credibility of the third accused, Richard Jakpa. Ya we kratai mu a, obuchire mu a. So binding ni ya Richard Jakpa edan wadie dia, it is not in the best interest of the Ghana Armed Forces. Hence, he is released from service forthwith. Ya just say ni nyina boda on issues of onkanokre. Brobosia. The lifestyle doesn't conform to the standards of the Ghana Army Service. Ya na ni pana ni sasha krata ya say a Lieutenant General and a Brigadier General MKG Ahiaglo. Sakratei and Nana Attorney General tender in as evidence. Richard Jakpa lawyers, lawyer Thaddeus Sorry, and lawyer Abdul Basit Bamba raised the objection. But Justice Efia Sewa Sarebo to Dijina Musa Debi. Kratai borders on the credibility of Richard Jakpa and Ewujinadakem. Enunti, Yabejiatum as evidence, the copy of Jakpa Yinedi. There were 2 other documents attached to this release document. Na eno copy the Ministry of Defense and the Ministry of Interior. Na ba konso copy the Ghana Armed Forces Headquarters. Ye dia dan sezampa. Richard Jakpa ye yinedi. Ti wey any confessional na edikan. Ye to aso no afi wo je krata yi tumu se onim sa krata yi. Na afi di enti na wonim sa krata yi na wonim se yi wodi wo Ghana Armed Forces. Now, we and throw the Ghana for say you were reassigned to a different regiment with different assignment as a marksman. This revelation borders on the credibility of Richard Jakpa. Now, the second revelation, the formation of company your friend Jakpa Business Limited (JBL). Ya omu enebeye agent edema Big C General Trading Limited in Dubai. Transacted the ambulance deal with government of Ghana. During cross-examination, interesting revelations were made on this particular subject matter. 1. ambulance case no, an ambulance deal no, every single document you sign in 2013. The 30 defective ambulances nyina shipment happened in 2014. Udwani chiremu the Registrar General's Department, Jakpa Business Limited, was registered in 2015. Did the actually say Jakpa Business Limited transacted every single ambulance deal as an agent for Big C General Limited. Ebra ni yen register Jakpa Business Limited ewo Ghana. Interestingly, eniyama we musu piem. Or register company Jakpa Business Limited no na oye executive chairman. 3 months later was assigned the position ebeye executive director. 3 months later was assigned the position from executive director ebeye chairman. 3 months later was assigned the position ebete board of directors for Jakpa Business Limited. Ya no one the executive board chairman. Edru baby, he acted as the secretary of this same company. And according to the Attorney General, Richie Jakpa, Oya executive chairman, Obey executive board chairman, Obey chairman, Obey secretary of a single company. It means that Jakpa Business Limited is setting up basically for transacting business on the ambulance scandal. Into the business and the company Jakpa Business Limited na a non-existent. To almost ambulance the enable munwa and you establishing this company. That was one revelation. Ya a PMU ewoho. Another revelation is that the memorandum of understanding krata ne bedan court. Mami chire wimu. Memorandum of understanding entiasian krata sign ebra yebe execute your contract na afanu na ye interested in the contract aji bibia to say ene yenyam. Now in this case ebra the late Professor J.E.A. Mills eso da say Ghana Ambulance Service omutuma die ne tochema enti yankra 200 ambulances no Oti abadwokuo ya ye frɛ no committee efri Ghana mrase badwam ya sa bre no na minister ohwɛ ya pomodin nsɛm so Alban SK Bagbin eka committee no minister no ye sika sam ntoto yeso minister of finance Dr. Kwabena Dufuo na waka sa committee kana bavulo lati no waka sa committee ti committee na trans ye hwehwemu hunu sɛ ambulance dodo ye behia ni sika dudu a yebe hiadi procure those ambulances no eni enu nti this committee ahwehwemu beda de say Ghana be hia 200 ambulances ne ka yebebo 15,800,000 euro ne kwanya yebefa so a yebetua ka for these ambulances no eni say ye ko secure facility e dey free Stanbic Bank Ghana ya yedi bosome aduasa 30 months ena etua ya interest a ye tua no 20.8% per annum. The way mo yin hihye ya afanu ni nyina gitu my friend the memorandum of understanding between the government of Ghana represented by Ministries of Health and the Ministry of Finance and afi company kura obey ambulance na ya your friend Big C General Trading Limited. Ya ye je bosia no e dey free Stanbic Bank. Enti sa entiase krata ya Ghana mrase bedwa gitu mu no na Jakpa Business Limited na ni dinim ti yanka no krata ne mu baabia bra na Ghana mra hye bedua jatum se company bi afa ni Jakpa Business Limited ena eba be di agina mu ama Ghana procure ambulances e di free bisi sa krata yi be pie mu e wo court e no kre Richard Jakpa jitum se under that memorandum of understanding, the company your friend no Jakpa Business Limited as a subsidiary to Big C, Yamo Ndi, it was uncrated. It was established. Enti a year down there, a kudru baby no Jakpa Business Limited, and the bedia jinamuma Big C, a transacted this ambulance case, and no equia sebe, ever court. That is for the memorandum of understanding. Now, Ebra contract no sesaye. Ebeye GOG, Government of Ghana, represented by Minister of Health that time, the late Sherry Ayiti, and the Minister of Finance that time, said Takpe, and after Big C General Tele Limited, Jakpa Bishimu. Under that contract, the Shemuni say, Yen Tueskebia, until say, Big C for manufacture the ambulances. You are sending an upfront delegation at the Free Ghana, made up of Nipa a Free Minister of Finance, Nipa a Free Minister of Health, Nipa a Free Ghana ambulance service. Na omakwa ye inspection e wo Dubai akohwese. Enchechiremu ya ye de ma Big C se ambulance na ye pe no se ni ye no sa pepepe na tie na ye twa ya mo ma shepu ambulance na ba dia sa inspection ahwese de ye kwahwe ye no sa na tie ansa na ye effect 25% of the entire contract sum through the establishment of letters of credit. Na essential say nipa o broker deal no ya nei ababe Jakpa Business Limited no entitled to 10% as agent fees. Interestingly, ya revelation a course of court on the church Muhammad Yabe. Jakpa jitu mu say the Deputy Finance Minister Kessel Atofose transfer 700,000 euros added to an account as agent fee. Now, per calculation, 700,000 euros represented 28.7% of the actual contract sum being paid to Big C as procurement of the ambulances. In the second contractor, na any parliamentary approval, yeah, no kaye dubious no. Neshemu say the agent is due 10% the contractor. Enti aye day na cancel ato force. A transfer 700,000 euro, a 28.7% at the Jakpa. Na Ministry of Health, ya omu, and a directly involved in this deal. Enim hohe. Ya Jakpa confess or court say no correct. 700,000 euros was paid into his account. The excess 18.7% no near si Japan fanya die. Because yes na contract ni stipulate. A die in a bema the Deputy Finance Minister Kessel Atofose atua an excess of 18.7% of the contract sum without the knowledge of all involved in this contract. The Jakpa confession said, or receive 700,000 euro no, and sink it out of forcing deep down the tree because one cannot correct. Your calculation 10% of 2.37 million euro, a year 237,000 euro, but we ended up paying 700,000 euro. Is it that no be fetching up with Kayenwana and cross examination? Now, Jakpa Sabiena can say his company was in line to receive more than the 700,000 euro in cross examination. A deal about Jakpa to me being an waka say 700,000 euro to Abrosono. That the company Jakpa Business Limited say contract to us. If more of the ambulances were shipped, because we 30 penono, can we more than 700,000 euro? A deal about Jakpa Kasa. It is another question. Yeah, for further cross examination and our court. Enti revelations are a Nsem-Pii money say the agency, instead of being entitled to 10% of all monies paid under the ambulance contract, the agency received 28.7%. Now, eba be wie no, Japan wan kasa to na mutu under cross examination or say, I am quoting him. These buses, when you saw ambulance, or say these buses, when I inspected them, were defective. My Lord, it is true. These buses, when I inspected them, were defective. This is a serious confession by Richie Jakpa in court. 1. Jakpa admitted say vehicles na de bia yakam wasem say enye ambulance no e hawaji tum say enye ambulance e 207 buses. Wasanja tum say na e defective. Ti edienti e na ade ayensa aka e defective. Na o man no aboka 2.37 million euro. Now on one kasa pocket 700,000 euro. Now, simple mathematical calculation means that Odisika ye tuyama Jakpa ye 700,000 euro. Eko kan sika ye forwarded them a big C through the establishment of those letters of credit. Ye 2.37 million euro. It means that my Ghana eboka 2.44 million euro for defective buses that couldn't serve the purpose of ambulances. These are some of the interesting revelations. Yeah, the last court sitting, APP. Now, the last of the revelation. APP say, Attorney General Busana said, 2 committees here approved this contract. Emma approved technical specifications with respect to said the ambulance. No, as I say, I put it to you, Jakpa. Buses no a woka ho asem ya wokohu ye. Na meet the technical specifications of both the finance ministry and the health ministry. Nipa no more committee no approve ye. Na meet ana. Yeah, the interesting answer. Richie Jakpa dema. Richie Jakpa say, I cannot tell. And Attorney General put it to him say, "Wosi wakohunu buses no, na sa buses na ye defective. Enti no, se buses na defective dia, me say bisa bion say, meeting the specifications a committee need to dwana na." Richie Jakpa say from the surface of what he see, those buses na meeting the specifications. Yeah, committee members regarding said they need to pay ambulance. This is another serious confession by Richie Jakpa. And we 6 strong confessions. Yeah, Nsem-Pii TV, you pick here from the last court sitting. 1, the dismissal letter from the Ghana Armed Forces. Yeah, no, Jakpa didn't throw say he was reassigned. 2, the formation of Jakpa company. Yeah, you say. As at the time I sign contract, Jakpa Business Limited then your licensing. Entino kululu kwanso and your first establish Jakpa Business Limited. Said the beya ombenya cut back in this deal. Another of the revelations, and they say memorandum of understanding and kasa Ghana mrasebe. There was nowhere in that memorandum ye bodin Jakpa Business Limited. Inti Jakpa ebe replace Stanbic. In the other dealer, government of Ghana, ya na any parliamentary approval. Esan told just say, instead of him securing 10% of agent fees in that dealer, not parliament impo, anymore, Jakpa ended up receiving 28.3%. Yeah, na 700,000 euro. Yeah, no, or G2 mu ever court. Esan told just say, those buses, yeah, big secret they were defective according to confession of Jakpa. Only in the confessions no sanji to say. Specifications are committee a trance ekoto ambulance no e de ma yes ye no near so fa ekoto ambulance. None of the specifications was met by Big C's shipped defective buses in Ghana. These 6 confessions and are setting the tone for a net cross-examination because the Financial and Economic Crime Court 2 of the Accra High Court. Interesting times ahead. Prepare my mind. There was subsequent information. Mon sabi to miaka at the Free Court. Reporters said the Biaka the Accra High Court. The beto debia during a cross-examination. Bebremu Nsem-Pii.
Didi sekwe dubo for na Attorney General say ono omo de omo court examination ni na ebebe wiye na afi de nipa Richie Jakpa dance fo a ono to pese from no Richie Jakpa be free adaka mu na obi foforo aba na we ni epie ekọ enimu ho na ura Sami Jemfi no wo court dem obi no anso de MPs ni bi eba ye betai atu force nechi ye pia na ura Sami Jemfi ni ye kasa na o se ateni jena mo se ono ansem na wo kan court no efa contract no no onti asiu onti atete ese oni wunimdie bia eno na nchen a na se wo fo be kan na no ye se ateni jena akoka se akoland na akoka se NDC 4 o ejina etu nyina to ntuo mu ma owura Sami Jemfi no a onya nsentwerefo oka ono so omo afemu de se obi asem ato ntuo mu ya ateni jena no na attorney general no wa akukuduru a adenti ne ye kan nsem e fa tape no ho na ade no no wa ahye owura atwa ye bo akon ene ni DPP even atako obo bisa na ndio o hye kire boko e na wo PP mo munka we na edu contract no so de waso regina ho so ono no be kasa na attorney general we wo se onyo ate ferry oni ferry ka oyobi a ko ha no kora nya sa akukuduru no engina court dem ho enkasa na ye ni owura Sami Jemfi kasa etu ye ni anse owura Richie Jakpa ba se wo wonsem bi e wo so wo peso woka na ye pini no a ye toto na no se edien na e ha na wo peso woka ana o se nyoma bi koso anemi nye ho nyoma e koso anemi nye ho ne se ye attorney general ene ni nkofo omo pese omo petty impression se onu Richie Jakpa oyobi a ni integrity enye papa ya pam de Ghana forces na enye no kweda ezan senkrata no mu de ba Ghana court dem wo se eye ne dismissal letter no onu Richie Jakpa e ka se eye na ade foforo eno anu nkwa na ohu sankrata no no onu ye enyi ne mfi Ghana forces ho ebedu baby no omo si onkofie na enye te se ya pam no ena obi ani ne nsi nkonya nka nche ne se owura Richie Jakpa oni ye ABC enti na ye ma wa kofie na enu ye say the services enye required anymore no is different from ye say o conduct and say oni ye bi enko ye enti kofie na say attorney general mo ka say no obo apo wo Ghana Armed Forces no na Ghana Armed Forces obi betimi akodi sa abone no wo
okay
obi anso so kra na obi amfre ne da ene na nka say onu Richie Jakpa obo nkofo apo no no de o kan sisi pense attorney general on pese omu yi nkofo adwin fita insem na ekoso wo court ne so na omo de efa na Ghana Forces ne pam no na no efa asem na ekoso no ho ben no on de obekoso aka ne nokre na onim se be wi ase no attorney general mu susu nyina emmemu enti wofa